Welcome back to World Decoder. Today, we explore the THAAD system, a defense mechanism that terrifies pilots and global superpowers alike completely. We have previously witnessed the incredible flexibility of the Iron Dome and the classic, intense confrontation between the S-400 systems. We also analyzed the famous Patriot missile system and how they defend the skies against various airborne threats in modern warfare scenarios. But there is one specific defense system that, whenever deployed, makes the governments of global superpowers extremely anxious due to its presence. This remarkable system does not just intercept threats, it fundamentally alters the strategic balance of power in any region it is stationed. Today we will thoroughly decode THAAD, the Terminal High Altitude Area Defense, known globally as the Divine Eye beyond our planet Earth. We will also uncover the extraordinary technology behind its ability to destroy incoming threats without using any conventional explosive materials at all. The concept of a missile without a warhead might sound absurd, but this engineering marvel proves that sheer speed is perfectly sufficient. Let us begin with the opening chapter. THAAD acts as a massive, impenetrable shield positioned right at the very edge of space. If the Patriot system serves as the final defensive layer protecting our cities, THAAD is the ultimate gatekeeper at a higher altitude. It operates in a unique zone, bridging the gap between the atmosphere and the dark void of outer space with absolute precision. It is specifically designed to intercept ballistic missiles the moment they enter back into the atmosphere or fly near the space edge. This critical phase of flight is when incoming missiles are traveling at their absolute maximum velocities, making them incredibly difficult to stop. But what makes the THAAD system truly special is not just its missiles, but its incredible ability to see through enemy movements. It possesses an unparalleled capacity to analyze and predict the exact trajectory of a hostile projectile long before it becomes an issue. It can easily track and monitor these hostile activities from a staggering distance of thousands of kilometers away without any major issues. This brings us to Chapter 1, introducing the Anti-ballistic radar, widely recognized as the transcontinental Divine Eye of this system. The most terrifying highlight of the THAAD system is undoubtedly its active electronically scanned array radar, known globally as Anti-ballistic. This remarkable piece of engineering stands proudly as one of the most powerful and advanced military radars ever built in human history. Its massive antenna array requires an enormous amount of electrical power, often supported by dedicated mobile generators to maintain its continuous operations. Its unlimited vision allows this radar to detect and track tiny objects as small as a golf ball from incredibly vast distances. Imagine finding a single golf ball flying through the air from across an entire continent. That is the power of this radar. In fact, it can maintain a persistent lock on these minuscule targets from a remarkable distance of up to 2,000 kilometers. This exceptional range provides military commanders with precious extra minutes to evaluate the threat and authorize a precise, calculated defensive launch sequence. Why do neighboring countries often protest vehemently whenever a THAAD system is deployed anywhere near their highly sensitive national border regions? Today, the answer lies not in the missiles themselves, but in the overwhelming surveillance capabilities that this advanced radar system brings along everywhere. Because the THAAD radar can peer deeply into enemy territory, monitoring every missile test or Air Force activity the moment it begins. It essentially strips away the veil of secrecy that nations rely on to develop and test their new strategic weapons in private. In military strategy, information is absolute power, and THAAD provides the United States with a direct window into the secrets of adversaries. By gathering detailed telemetry data from foreign missile launches, intelligence agencies can reverse engineer the capabilities and limitations of potential future threats. Moving on to Chapter 2, we focus on hit-to-kill technology, demonstrating the massive, devastating power generated purely from physical collisions. Unlike most conventional missiles that carry highly explosive warheads, the interceptor missiles of the THAAD system contain absolutely no explosive materials inside. You heard that correctly. It destroys its intended targets using an advanced hit-to-kill technology, relying entirely on direct physical impact. This method is often compared to hitting a bullet with another bullet while both are traveling at incredibly high supersonic speeds blindly. When intercepting a threat, the THAAD missile flies directly into the enemy projectile at an incredible speed, reaching up to Mach 8. That translates to approximately 10,000 kilometers per hour, creating an unstoppable force of kinetic energy during the final moment of impact. The interceptor uses an advanced infrared seeker in its nose cone to guide itself with pinpoint accuracy during the final terminal phase. The combination of the interceptor's speed and the target velocity produces a massive, terrifying explosion based purely on raw kinetic energy forces. Why does it not use explosives? A direct collision ensures the enemy warhead is completely crushed into fine dust in mid-air. Traditional explosive fragmentation warheads might only damage the incoming missile, potentially allowing its dangerous payload to survive and fall onto populated areas. This becomes especially crucial when facing dangerous missiles carrying lethal chemical or nuclear warheads aimed at densely populated civilian or military areas. It helps to significantly minimize the risk of toxic leaks compared to a conventional explosion occurring merely close to the incoming target. A completely vaporized warhead poses virtually no threat to the people living on the ground below, ensuring maximum safety for everyone involved. Chapter 3 explores its unique combat capabilities. THAAD effectively fills the defensive gap between naval Aegis systems and ground-based Patriot units. It creates a seamlessly integrated, multi-layered missile defense shield that is exceptionally difficult for any adversary to penetrate or bypass successfully. It can successfully intercept targets at altitudes ranging from 40 to 150 kilometers above the surface of our planet Earth. This specific altitude is where the air becomes too thin for conventional missiles, but remains too low for space-based interceptor systems. Operating in this unique transitional zone requires highly specialized aerodynamic controls and advanced propulsion systems to maneuver effectively in near vacuum conditions. This defense system is incredibly mobile, with all major components like launchers, radars, and control centers securely mounted on heavy transport trucks. This mobility ensures that the system can be quickly relocated to avoid counterattacks and maintain a high level of operational battlefield survivability. This highly efficient design allows it to be deployed rapidly to any global hotspot using the massive C-17 military transport aircraft. Within a matter of hours, a fully functional THAAD battery can be set up and ready to defend a newly established perimeter. Chapter 4 asks a critical question. Why do global superpowers feel so intimidated and cautious regarding the deployment of the THAAD system? The widespread concern about THAAD does not lie solely in its impressive defensive capabilities, but rather in its broader strategic geopolitical implications. In military doctrine, if one side can block every attack from the other, the delicate balance of deterrence is completely broken down. The concept of mutually assured destruction relies heavily on the terrifying guarantee that both sides will suffer catastrophic, unacceptable losses in warfare. When the United States deploys THAAD, opposing nations fear their retaliatory strike capabilities will be neutralized, altering the global geopolitical chessboard entirely. This fear often triggers a dangerous arms race, as rival nations scramble to develop hypersonic glide vehicles designed to evade these defenses. The mere presence of a THAAD battery can shift the balance of power, forcing adversaries to completely rethink their entire offensive strategies. It is a fascinating paradox where a purely defensive weapon system can inadvertently escalate regional tensions and provoke aggressive diplomatic countermeasures globally. Conclusion: the Silver Shield and its surrounding controversies. THAAD represents the absolute pinnacle of precision control engineering and long-range sensor technology. It stands as a testament to human ingenuity, pushing the boundaries of what is physically possible in the realm of modern aerospace. It not only protects American soldiers and their allies, but also serves as a powerful, albeit highly controversial tool of international diplomacy. The deployment of this system is often used as a bargaining chip in complex geopolitical negotiations between the most powerful nations globally. It reassures allies of unwavering support while sending a clear, unambiguous message of strength and resolve to any potential regional adversaries nearby. World Decoder poses a question for you today. What do you think about a defense system causing massive diplomatic tensions globally now? Can a defensive weapon truly create more international friction than a purely offensive weapon designed specifically for destruction and warfare across borders? Is a radar capable of seeing across continents, violating the sovereign privacy of other independent nations in our modern interconnected global society? Do you believe that the continuous advancement of missile defense systems makes the world a safer place or a more dangerous one? Will the development of hypersonic weapons eventually render systems like THAAD completely obsolete, or will defensive technologies evolve to meet the challenge? The ongoing cat-and-mouse game between offensive missiles and defensive interceptors will undoubtedly continue to shape the future of military conflicts. As we look towards the future, the militarization of space and the upper atmosphere will likely become the next major strategic battleground. Systems like THAAD are just the beginning of a new era where battles are fought at the very edge of outer space. We must carefully consider the profound ethical and geopolitical implications of deploying such powerful technologies in an increasingly fragile and divided world. The quest for absolute security often leads to unintended consequences, reminding us that true peace requires more than just advanced technological shields. It requires open dialogue, mutual understanding, and a genuine commitment to resolving conflicts through diplomacy rather than relying solely on military might. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the fascinating and complex world of advanced modern military missile defense systems. We hope this episode has provided you with valuable insights into the incredible technology and strategic importance of the THAAD interceptor system. Please leave your thoughts in the comments below, as we always love reading your unique perspectives on these critical global military topics. Do not forget to hit the like button and share this video with anyone who is passionate about military technology and geopolitics. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode of our exciting military decodings. Join us next time for part 4, exploring the S-500 Prometheus, the Russian god and the ultimate terror. World Decoder.